So my name is Mohamed. I'm head of growth equity and Inspired Evolution. I have 15 years experience in the private equity. I started my journey more than 18 years ago as teacher at the university in Algeria. I was teaching finance and management for 3 years before deciding to leave the academic career to entrepreneurial and investment career. So I have joined Africa Invest Group as junior analyst that time in 2010 in Algeria, and I have worked on different investment projects in the country in different sectors, including agribusiness, internet access, healthcare, logistics, packaging, and different other sectors. And then I have moved to Tunisia in 2021 when I had the Pan-African mandate with the same company, and I have looked to some projects in different regions of the continent, including in Egypt, in West Africa, mainly in Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire, and I was as well working on Southern Africa. So this as well was in different activities and sectors, and I left the group last August as a partner of the group. And then I have joined the Inspired Evolution. Inspired Evolution is as well a private equity company, a South African originally based company with offices in Cape Town, as well in East Africa in Nairobi, and in West Africa in Abidjan, and offices supporting from London and Mauritius as well. Inspired Evolution has always specialized in renewable energy infrastructure kind of investments. So we have invested in a lot of renewable energy generation projects in Africa. Started our journey back in 2007, investing or raising our first fund, a local fund for equivalent of $100 million roughly speaking, and then raised our second generation fund back in 2017, and this was sub-Saharan fund, and invested mainly as well in infrastructure, but started allocating some funds to growth equity, and we have invested in some interesting businesses allowing some rural areas and households to have access to clean energy in Africa. And then we have just closed our third fund. It's $238 million fund, and this one is Pan-African for the first time, including North Africa as well. So this fund has an allocation of 2/3 for renewable energy infrastructure projects, and 35% of the fund is being allocated to growth equity, the part that I'm leading at the level of the company. And this is looking after companies around the value chain of the renewable energy, but as well in every business model in different sectors with a profile helping on reducing the footprint of the resources in Africa, including energy efficiency, resource efficiency, and all the thematics around this, to have a positive impact of the resources on the continent. So this is an exciting journey for me, joining Inspired Evolution, because not only it's a growing business, but it's part as well as of a personal commitment to specialize in responsible investment with a positive impact on the planet.
How are you finding the market? Are you seeing many inspiring projects?
Yes, this is a good question, thank you. I see a lot of inspiring projects, a lot of very good ideas, because I think African people are just innovating, and coming from a challenging day-to-day life, they innovate solutions to face that. And they are innovating a lot of interesting ideas. And then the challenge is to have that idea into an economic model, a viable business model to generate revenues and grow. So, and then not all of them have this approach, transferring that idea to a business generating revenues and profitable business as well. And here, VC funding is helping a lot, some incubators as well are helping a lot, and we can at the end of the day have some raising good startups, African startups, like participating each from his side in promoting this kind of clean investments or mitigating pollution on the continent. And then most of the companies that I see now on the continent are still at that venture capital stage, pre-seed capital, very early stage, or just started generating some revenues and need to have the needed funding to help them scaling up and grow. growing faster. But this kind of business or stage of growth is really very high risky, and not a lot of investors have the right financial instruments to allocate to companies at this level. And this leads, unfortunately, to miss and to lose most of them at very young age. And rather, those who can really succeed to leave this death valley, if I may say, and arrive to a certain threshold to attract bigger investors that can consider them after revenues and after starting being profitable. So then there are the growth private equity or investors more generally that can be interested, and these come generally with bigger ticket size and start boosting the growth of the companies, and some African companies succeed in becoming very big ones and expanding not only in their own countries but regionally as well. And here what we do at Inspire Revolution, because we are targeting companies with at least a level of revenues of the equivalent of $10 million, which is on the medium size of the businesses, and these are the businesses that we would like to bring the support, not only the funding but as well as active investors. We are board members, and we create sub committees at the level of the board with the right governance tool to help them on the strategic management, on the governance, and of course we create a lot of synergies between them and other companies with whom we have worked, and try to help them growing faster and and to secure their growth.